What's up, Digi-Destins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today, did you hear the bell? That means it's another day in the Market Watch. We're going to be talking about the settling of Bt-16, where cards I expect to fall, and then the time is now probably to get some certain cards, because they are falling down quickly, and that'll be a good investment long term. So without further ado, let's dive in the video and talk about it. So guys, let's talk about Magnamon X Antibody Beginnings Observer Bt-16. This card dipped for a little bit, nothing too crazy. We got to $66, and not gonna lie, people are willing to pay these prices, and it's gonna stay high for a while. And with that information, you guys are not gonna be happy what I'm gonna say here. This card was always projected to be expensive. I knew that for the beginning of it. I knew that it was going to shoot up. It wasn't about buying the pre-sales, because sometimes if you let it sit there, people will undercut it for a little bit, and that's when you kind of grab it. But now with the scarcity and everything like that, people are wanting this card more and more because they've opened their boxes, maybe got 2 Magnamon X, they're willing to drop the shell the rest. You know, stuff like this is very important, because at the end of the day, people are going to want to play Yellow Vaccine. And then there is the armor version of this deck. If you take that into account, this one is played into very important key decks, and then it's super splashed in almost a lot of lists, because if you can splash in one of those 3 colors, this card is a tank, a powerhouse. The fact that it can just stick on the board and its condition is super easy to meet. Until we start seeing a lot of people countering this card with, you know, it's text, because this is what the deck is going to be doing. You know that that's just how it's going to be. I think one of the main reasons why this deck is scary is that it's just that threshold. It gets to 15k, and then you don't have many ways of climbing over it. Do I think this is a bad card design? No, actually. I think the problem comes down to is its speed, as I've said in the past. But I think we're taking a look at it too long here, but $74 is what we're at. Europe side looking like 43s to 45 euros. I eventually expect us to settle around this if we ever get lucky to. If people stop buying it at the 72, we can definitely see us dip down to here, but people are not willing to play it on the Europe side around this price. So just keep that in mind. Then we have Rapidmon X Antibody for Bt-16, actually starting to cool off from that hype up $76 to 60s, now 54 for the last couple days. We're starting to now get to the touchdown of 50s, which is good to see. Rapidmon X isn't as a necessity tool. It is splashable in, you know, yellow green based decks, because it's just a good powerhouse of a card. The long term, though, I don't see it sticking around as much as people think. Europe side looking like 30 euros. Not bad. We're kind of in the same ball. We're getting closer and closer to the same ballpark. Just a $20 difference, but I expect them to stay lower for a while. Paildramon Bt-16. I did not expect this thing to explode to $20. So taking a look now, though, we're at $20 a pop. I mean, we do have some 14/16s, but these disappear super quickly, and they're not verified sellers, so people will do sales with the lowest verified seller. So that is about roughly 20 bucks. Taking that into account, just expect this card to be a little expensive for a while. I mean, we do have the next set that's in like, what, 2 months? And then boom, we're dealing with Paildramon, you know, in Paildramon Paladin mode, and this deck just gets nuttier from there. We're looking like 10 euros to 11 euros though on the Euro market, going even closer to 9 euro range. But you know what? That's good for you guys. This is probably the time to pick this up. Dorumon being Observer, going down all the way to $7. Long term, I think you should definitely hold a little bit of this card. If it's not selling right away at the price you want, just hold on to it. I think the next set makes it a lot stronger. And if there's an eventual restriction list of some sort, the decks just get a little bit better. And this deck is definitely hovering around that tier 2 range. It's it's gonna move up in the tier 2, especially depending on what hits happen if there is a restriction list. But definitely a good deck. Taking a look now, we're looking at $4, €4, which isn't terrible. Could be a lot worse. Ukkomon, Being Observer, finally cooling off into the $3 range department. This might be a good time to try to snag some at the $3 mark. It's not a bad choice. I think Ukkomon being this low is pretty good, actually. Taking a look on the Europe side, though, looking like €2 to, yeah, €2 range across the board. Plenty of stock in it. This is a good card to pick up. I mean, people are requesting for a ban. I don't know if this will ever get hit. DinoBeemon, Bt-16. Taking a look now, though, €6, €6.35. Yeah, I recommend picking this card up, especially a splashable 2 of, if not a few other color combinations, just because DinoBeemon is just that powerful of a card. You know, being able to play a body, give it rush, and then it can attack a player in the same turn is kind of strong, actually, especially because it just got played. And if you can just double Joggerus sometimes, that's all you need. And then boom, you climb up. DinoBeemon is super playable in its counterpart in the red-purple Imperialmon deck, but it's also super playable in a lot of other decks. So I expect because of the design of this card, we can see more of it. Europe side looking like €4, not bad, a little bit cheaper than us. Valkyrimon Ace, beginning Bt-16. Taking a look now, right now, we're in the $10 range, and I expect it to hold long term in the 10s. It's going to fight the 10s for a while, then somebody's going to break it during a major regional or something like that, and then this is going to shoot up. Europe side looking like €7 to €8. I mean, yeah, actually not a bad price, actually. Vikemon Ace, Bt-16. I give it some time. People still don't know what they're going to do with the Vikemon Ace. It's a good card, don't get me wrong. It's a very powerhouse. Being able to de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon that none of their Digimon with one or fewer Digievolution can suspend until the end of the turn. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with one or fewer Digievolution cards. It's a really powerful card, especially if you can out it. It's hard to out it in the long term. And the fact that this thing is played in, you know, Chaosmon, stuff like that in the future, you know, the Apocalymon slam down mode deck, just keep this in mind on your radar. Just watch it closely. Europe side looking like €3 to €4 range, which isn't bad. Then we have Sylphimon. Sylphimon definitely feel like an underrated deck. Just make sure you get your copies. I feel like once this thing ever tops in a big person regional event, this thing's gonna explode. Make sure you get your copies. I really highly recommend that, just in case. Europe side looking like €2. Not bad. Make sure you get your copies, though. Shademon. Shademon is being sold in the $30 range. People are willing to pay close to that $30 range, up to the $29 range. Anything that touches in that range, people are willing to pay it. Just keep that in mind. People are excited for this deck. I think this is a move or hold. Up to you. Do you wait for the possibility of new support that makes the deck crazy? Because eventually that's what we're going to see. But we'll have to wait enough. €20, €24 to €28. Analog Youth Classic Collection EX01, it's holding strong at $7 a pop. I'm not surprised here. Analog Youth is just one of those good cards because it just helps. It digs, it gets stuff into trash for purple decks. It just, again, for decks that can't get their pieces naturally, Analog Youth they're just next best thing. Just because if you can't use trainings or boosts, this card is the only thing that can do multicolor grabbing without, you know, those requirements. So if your color's physically two different colors and they're not dueling, this is your answer. Europe side, €1 to €2, not bad, goes up to 3. Magnamon New Awakening, BT08. I expect this to come down, actually, and it is falling down. We're going down to 10s just because people are moving over to Yellow Vaccine paired to the Armor version. I think both decks are really neck and neck. There's no real crazy difference. Just be ready for this card just to go up or down depending on if people play the armor version more compared to the yellow vaccine version. Europe side looking like 6 to 8 euro range. Then we have Ukkomon promo 100. This card is shooting up. I'm not surprised here just because Tyrant is a tyrant to deal with. You know, we got 32s to 35s. Europe side looking like 20s to 28 euro range. Then we have Ukkomon promo 119. Not looking too good on here. Luckily, you know, $30 a pop is just what we're at. Europe side, though, looking like 11s to 14s. And they have worse stock distribution of this card than us. And then you have promo 119 for the Adventure Box. $17. Not bad. I recommend picking this up in this range just because now that somebody's at close to 30, that means these are going to go start moving because people aren't going to pay 30. They're going to pay like 17, closer to 20s now. Just keep this on your radar. Kind of a good thing. Europe side, though, looking like 6 to 7 euros. You guys got a good flow here. Take these off, bring them to the Facebook marketplaces. I recommend that. You'll sell them for 11s pretty comfortably, I think, because we're at 15s. And that's my suggestion. Dorumon Alternate Art Next Adventure Bt-16 shooting up, being bought out. We're on 9 listings, 1 page, and somebody could just clear house and bring this up to a $60 card. I mean, if this thing touches 100, I'm flipping. Europe side looking like 27s, 34s, 40s. God, this card's not coming down anytime soon. Ukkomon promo 123. This is the pre-release stamp. I think I recommend picking this up at $11. This is not bad. Having a foiled of this Ukku, really cool, a lot of fun. Just make sure you have your copies. Europe side looking like 6 to 7 euros. Shoe Alternate Art Exceed Apocalypse Bt-15. $42, $45. I Hate You armor decks. Just playing this card just because of that extra, you know, Mind Link shenanigans with the Alliance and Reboot BS. But we're at 45, 48. Europe side looking like 24s to 28s. Biomon Aceeds, $10 a pop. Make sure you get your copies. I mean, we're on 6 listings. This is on buyout status. Europe side looking like 5 euros to 8 euros. You got plenty of stock here. No questions asked. Dramon Bt-15 shooting up as well. Not surprised here. You guys should have snagged it when it was in the $4 range. You know, now it's heading to 10s and 11 territory very comfortably, and I'm not liking that. Dramon Bt-15 on the Europe side, 5 euros to 6 euros. Might be advantageous to get these off here and start listing them on the Facebook marketplaces because people are willing to pay like closer to 6 to 7s, I feel, than the $11 mark. Yoli gone. God, what did you guys think about this card? We're now up to a $30 card, and I don't know if it's actually worth it. What do you think? Europe side looking like 6 to 7 euros. Then we have Lucemon. Lucemon's being looked up and starting to be bought a little bit. People are just hyped about the new Lucemon support. We're looking at 10s. I mean, make sure you get your copies. Europe side looking like 13s to 16s. You guys had a little more rough to get your support here, and it's just going to stay higher longer. Oh, wait. Is this the reprint? Reprints. That's not the reprint. No. Yeah, I don't know. Lucemon Chaos Mode, BT7, going down as well, but we're seeing them in the $12 range. Make sure you get your copies. I don't know if you will be playing it, but it's always good to have in your armory. $12 to 14 to 15 euros. Solugomon pre-release stamp, $8 going down. I mean, there's not many listings. I mean, there's plenty of listings, but nothing in the $6 range. Never taking a look at it, though. On the Europe side, you guys got it in the 4 to 5 range, which isn't bad. You have Armadillo promo 121, the adventure boxes. So time to actually snag these up. These are really important to grab at $11 a pop compared to 15 to 20s. It is worth the investment here. You know, Europe side for the same card, looking in the same price range, 10 euros, 10 euros. Make sure you grab them. Wormon, if you guys have been waiting for that $16 to $20 card to drop, this is time to pick this up. $7.50 is not a bad investment. Grab them now, get them. Europe side looking like 5 euros to 7 euros. Yeah, good investment time. Gatomon, see, even this promo Gatomon, who was 20 bucks a while ago, is down into the $3 range. That's good to see, actually. Europe side looking like €3 to €5. Nobody's really picking it up. I think you should pick it up. Paildramon, promo 123. You know this $30 card? Freaking $11. Grab it. Get it. Get it in your arsenal. Europe side looking like €6 to €7 to €10. Yeah, pick it up. Dex Daruga X record pre-release card BT09. This card is just going gonzo. Taking a look at it, $23 a pop, 28s. I mean, 23 was acceptable. I think getting up to 30 territory is just not what you want to invest into, especially if you don't actually play this at a full play set in the future sets. Europe side looking like €9 to €10. Wormmon across time BT12 going up as well. This card is close to, it's a $2 card. If you guys got this in your bulk, it's a time to flip. It is an uncommon flip boys, flip it. It is worth the investment. Makes your money. Europe side looking like 2 cents to 10 cents. Yeah, you could easily make some money over here by dropping some and go like, hey, $1, €1. You can make some money. Dorumon Royal Knights X record shooting up as well. People are hyped about the Dorumon deck. $22 to $30. Good luck with this. Europe side looking like €7 to €10. Not looking good. But all in all, guys, that is the Market Watch. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.